What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. Welcome back to another video. Now, if this skips, I don't know what's going on with Streamlabs, but it's been skipping, every time I hit the record button. So if it does skip, I apologize, but hopefully you can still hear the audio okay as we do go through this. But I wanted to talk about JASMY coin in this video and mainly focus on the topic of the lockup because I think there are a lot of questions that come across my desk about the lockup and whether we are going to see it and when we're going to see it. Will it ever happen, right? Because we got a date of, or not really a date, but a timeline of the first quarter, fourth quarter, which was the first quarter for us, which would have been, January through March. And we all thought that maybe it would happen in the beginning of the year. We would see this right at January, or as we got closer and closer to March, it was like, all right, at the end of the quarter, it's going to be right before the Bitcoin halving. We're going to have that big news that happens for JASMY coin. But then we got the roadmap telling us about how it's going to happen in the first quarter, which would be April. Maybe the fourth quarter was supposed to be finalized, and then we would see the first quarter, which is the second quarter for us. It would be launched, and we would see the 100 million that gets locked up, and we would see other businesses that also are partnering with that, and we're seeing that connection there, right? There's always that opportunity to see that. However, we haven't seen any other new news. We expected to have something, and we didn't have a concrete date. We just had a month. So with that being said, I would like to hold them to their word and say that, yeah, it's probably going to happen this month. But when? When will it happen? Because people thought that it was going to happen on the 1st, or it was going to happen on the 2nd, or it was going to happen on the 3rd, 4th, 5th, right? It's all the way to the 16th right now. And we are days away from the halving. And I know people wanted to see this before the halving happened, but it's honestly looking like we might not see this until after the halving, but still in the month of April. Now, I'm not saying 100% that will be the case, but I just wanted to talk about that and kind of give my opinion on why that may be. Guys, if you could, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Patreon at Perry8K, you can follow me over there. Remember, on Patreon, we are doing, Patreon only live streams. So feel free to be a part of Patreon. All you have to do is sign up as a free member. The link is down there in the description. And then if you want to sign up as a paid member, you can also do that. There's a lot of information over there. I go through my buy orders, and when I'm buying something, when I'm selling something, which I haven't really sold many things, but when I'm selling something, I definitely tell that or say that, as well as all the other information, educational content. I feel as though I can create freely over there without having to adhere to the algorithm. So feel free to be a part of that over on Patreon, as a member or as a paid member, if you want that kind of extra stuff. Also, if you want to trade JASMY coin, they did allow trading on JASMY coin for Margex. If you want to go and leverage trade, you can leverage trade up to 50x leverage on Margex using my link down below. You can easily do that, and you get bonuses and all that. They are a partner with the channel, so I get a kickback, and I appreciate you guys for doing that. But let's talk about JASMY coin, where it currently stands in price, just so we cover that. It stands at 17 or 1.7 cents. This is a great price, right? I'm thinking about putting in a leverage trade at this level. One of my other leverage trades got not liquidated, but sold because I set a stop loss or a stop at a 10% gain, and I ended up having that 10% gain. It came back down, and I ended up getting stopped out at that gain. Now, it did go lower than that, so I'm glad to see that I did stop that out. So now I can buy and then end up buying at a lower price than what I sold at, which would be a win-win. But I want to be able to hold this leverage trade for a lot longer of a term. So I think this might be a good option. It's just who really knows how far this sell-off is going to be. And what's expected of this, whether it's more of an altcoin sell-off or a Bitcoin sell-off. But the point is that JASMY coin stands at 1.7 cents. You can see I still hold 1 million JASMY coin. The market cap is at a $871 million market cap with $133 million worth of volume. Now, this all hovers around the circulating supply. If you don't know, JASMY coin has a max supply of 50 billion. So with it having a max supply of 50 billion, seeing any type of lockup or any type of burns or any type of decreasing the supply, it creates a positive effect on the overall ceiling of the price, right? So let's say it does get to, they burn off 49 billion of that. Well, now if we can potentially see a $50 billion market cap, right, at a 1 billion supply, that is a $50 price point. Am I saying that's going to be the case? No, I'm not saying that's going to be the case. That's just an example. But if they decide to do that with, let's say, half of it, 25 billion, you can now get to a $2 price very easily by getting to a $50 billion market cap, in which we believe it's going to get to a $50 billion market cap. So that's something that really opens the door for a $2 price, a $3 price, $4 price before it even gets to a $100 billion market cap. So anyways, with that being said, that's why there's so much excitement behind this lockup and why everybody's asking, hey, when is the lockup going to happen? Now, I've already kind of given my opinion on the lockup itself. We know that the lockup will create less supply. And when that does happen, you know, we'll see a better price ceiling. Doesn't mean that we'll see a better price. It means that we'll see a better price ceiling. So again, to get back into that question, when will this lockup happen? I believe that it will happen still in April, but definitely after the halving, right? It's not, I mean, if it does happen in the next couple of days, that would be fantastic. We have no information or no lead up to this happening. I would love to see like kind of hype saying, hey, the lockup is happening on this date. Lockup is happening on this date. Like I would love to see that. But all we got was the roadmap telling us that it's going to happen in April. But right now, all of the hype, all of the attention, all of the build is on the Bitcoin halving and competition that's happening there and all of that stuff. So with all of that hype and attention there, we know that money is going to start flowing into altcoins. And while it's at a very low price, if they haven't accumulated that 100 million, it now is cheaper for them to accumulate 100 million versus doing it days ago or weeks ago where it was at 27 or 2.7 cents or 2.5 cents or 2.4 cents, right? It's a lot cheaper where it is now, and maybe it honestly would be cheaper then. I don't know if that's really the reason, and I would probably say that's probably not, but it's always great to mention there. So I think it's going to happen at the end of April, maybe like the last week of April, to where we're going to see that lockup, the initial lockup, and then we'll start to see the trickle down effect of so many other businesses and partners that are now starting to lock up as well. And as we see that, we see the hype, we see the push for what JASMY coin will be, and more volume, more activity, more FOMO that's going into it. That's what I assume will happen. But again, it's all my assumption, right? It's not 100% fact, and I don't want you to take it as if that is. This is just where I see it going. But does that change if it doesn't happen in April? Does that change my mindset on JASMY coin? No. It may, kind of change something a little bit within me where I'm like, all right, are they just throwing dates out there? Are these like kind of range dates rather than actually being, a true date or a true month? Because that's the way that it's making it seem like, oh, it's going to happen in the first quarter or the second quarter or somewhere in that range in the beginning of the year. But I would like more specifics, and I would like more detail and to follow through with that detail as well. That's something that probably will sit different with me. But my investment will remain the same. I believe where JASMY coin can go based on the hype, the potential, the use case, as well as including the lockup in there. So let me know what you're thinking about this, guys. If you could, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out any of the links that are down below. It does help out the channel. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.